They say the worst kind of betrayal doesn't come from enemies. It comes from the ones you love with everything you have. I never understood that completely until I found my wife's secret phone. I met Natalie in college. She was electric, confident, funny, sharp-witted with a smile that made you forget your own name. I fell hard, fast, and before long, we were inseparable. We moved in together right after graduation, married 2 years later, but a modest home on a quiet street, and planned a life filled with stability, kids, and mutual dreams. Or so I thought. For most of our marriage, I was the one working overtime. I worked in a team, long hours, demanding clients, odd shifts. Natalie ran her own photography business. She had a flexible schedule and often did shoots out of town, especially on weekends. I never questioned her. I trusted her completely. When she said she was working late, I brought home dinner. When she said she had to travel for a wedding shoot, I packed her suitcase. I was the loyal husband, the one who covered the bills, fixed the house, remembered anniversaries, and stayed up late to make sure she got home safe. But I missed one thing, the truth. It started small, subtle, a second charger in her purse I didn't recognize, a password changed on her laptop, her phone suddenly always on silent. I told myself it was nothing, that I was being paranoid, that she deserved privacy. But sometimes, that voice in your gut doesn't whisper, it screams. One night, she left for a supposed weekend shoot to town's over. I was home alone, cleaning up when I knocked over her old photography bag in the closet. As I picked up the contents, I found something wedged in a hidden zipper pocket I didn't even know existed. A second phone. It was off, old, a bit scratched. But when I plugged it in, the screen lit up, and my entire world fell apart. There were messages, thousands, photos, videos, voice notes, names I didn't recognize, men, plural, some she referred to as baby, others were saved with fake names. Conversations going back 3 years. 3 full years, 3 years of cheating. Not with one person, not one drunken mistake. This was a pattern, a double life. She had entire romantic threads with different men, some in other cities, some from her supposed clients. One guy she'd even visited multiple times when she said she was attending wedding conferences. I couldn't breathe. I remember my hands shaking, my throat closing. The betrayal was so complete, so well hidden, it made me question everything about myself. Every time she kissed me, every I love you, every anniversary dinner, every night, we fell asleep side by side. While she kept this other life just one zipped pocket away, I didn't confront her immediately. I wanted answers. So I took screenshots, backed up everything. I even messaged one of the men from a different number, pretending to be someone interested in her photography, just to confirm what I feared. He thought she was single. When she returned 2 days later, I was calm. Almost too calm. We had dinner, watched a movie, and then I said, I found your other phone. The color drained from her face. She didn't say a word for a long time, just stared at me, like the world had stopped spinning. And then she whispered the words that still echo in my head. You weren't supposed to find that. Not I'm sorry. Not let me explain. Just, you weren't supposed to find that. She broke down. Told me it started when she began feeling lost, that she missed the thrill, the attention. That I was always working, that she didn't plan to hurt me, that it just spiraled, that the second phone started as a way to separate work and personal distractions. Eventually, it became her escape, her dirty little world, hidden in plain sight. I listened to everything, every excuse, every cry. And then I told her I wanted a divorce. It wasn't just the cheating, it was the lying. The years of deception, the manipulation. The fact that she let me pour my life into a marriage she'd already stepped out of, over and over again. She begged, she pleaded, she said she'd change. She offered therapy, counseling, promises, but the damage was done. I wasn't going to spend my life wondering who she was texting, where she was really going, what else I hadn't found yet. I moved out within a week. Took my clothes, my dog, and the last shreds of my dignity. The months after were brutal. I lost weight. I couldn't sleep. I didn't trust anyone, not even myself. I replayed every memory through this new lens. Every business trip, every unexplained delay. Every time I doubted my instincts and believed her instead. But then something. SHIFTED. I started rebuilding. Piece by piece. I went to therapy. Took up running. Focused on work. I got rid of our bed, our furniture, anything that held ghosts. I changed cities, changed routines, even changed my phone number. And one day, I woke up and didn't feel broken anymore. Now, nearly 2 years later, I'm in a new relationship. It's slow, cautious, but real, built on truth. I told her everything early on, the story, the phone, the betrayal, and she didn't run. She just held my hand and said, "I'm not her." That was all I needed to hear. Sometimes I wonder if Natalie ever regrets it, if she thinks about what she lost. But I don't let my mind stay there long, because I know what I gained: clarity, strength, freedom. And the most important lesson of all, when someone lies for years, they're not just hiding the truth, they're hiding who they really are.